What's going on, everyone? We're the COD Casuals. I'm Justin.
I'm Mike.
And today we're reacting to episode 3 of Into the Breach. If you guys haven't seen already, we already reacted to episode 1 and 2. I'll link the playlist down below in the description. And again, we're going to be reacting to all 5 episodes of Into the Breach. So let us know what you think. And if you have any other suggestions or ideas, put them down in the comments and Mike and I will take a look.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I was so nervous.
Yo, we're right there.
I was gonna say,
There's
dude,
us.
Where are we? Oh, dude, there we are. I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
was like, where are we, bro? Dude, look at us, looking good.
Dude, yeah. So for the people that are watching, this was Major 2 at Boston. The freezing weekend.
And then this,
Record breaking.
also over here too, we got our boy PJ on the bottom right.
Yep.
Shout out to him.
Shout out PJ.
Yeah, dude, this was sick. This was so cool. Just only having to drive like what, half hour, 45
Yeah.
minutes to go to this place.
Stayed at a hotel right near Fenway.
Yeah, it was the Verb.
Yep, the Verb.
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
looking.
nice.
I'm looking at my the little lanyard that they gave us there. Shout out the Verb Hotel.
This was a very fun event.
That was the best. Out of
Yo, we're gonna
context,
get
that's weird.
demonetized.
Yeah.
Demonetized.
I was
gotta-
just gonna say, it's like, yeah, get demonetized, and just that lyric out of context, not too good.
Sweet Caroline, ba, ba, ba. The time never ceases.
I'm actually gonna just skip this a tiny bit because I don't want to get demonetized.
The non-Boston people confused about singing that.
I know, yeah, right?
My soul.
Everyone was saying how good we were in practice, how good we were in scrims, and that was tough in itself because to try and translate that to real matches is difficult from a coaching standpoint. Because like, how do you even like teach that? You know, just
Dude, look at
just
those
trying to.
setups. Like on top of boxes.
I know, bro. Absolutely insane. Mental.
I mean, again, that just shows like you don't need a whole setup to game.
No, dude. That's probably how a lot of these guys still game.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like you just need a computer, some monitors.
Yeah,
That's it.
And you're chilling.
That's it. Yeah.
Maximize efficiency in practice and create good habits, so when it comes to these moments in game, we're confident and we're comfortable and we know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, going into the major, we felt like the best team in the world again. I felt.
Look at those spreadsheet up here, dude. The stats.
This
I
is
love
your
that.
realm, bro. This is your realm.
Yeah.
like that multiple times with this team, and even with our old roster, like I felt like we're the best in the world. So I was confident. We were confident. Obviously, qualifiers, we would have liked to go undefeated, but we had some close matches. Obviously, the Thieves one was tough, being up 2-0 and letting that slip, and the Optic match was tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all still confident. Like, obviously, we were up 2-0, so, like, we should have won the series, like you could say. And then last map, we went down early and brought it back to round 11. So, at least we fought back to round 11 and obviously didn't get the win, but we were still all confident going into the major.
I like that.
Boston. It didn't look like this though.
No.
During that weekend.
For that.
Dude, that's a great shot. Look at that.
That is a great shot. Nice,
Our home
little drone
turf.
shot. Absolute disaster to navigate.
If you're phased, you get on, you get booed, and obviously, like, you have to go past that. But deep down, getting booed is not a good feeling. No matter where you are, what team you are, it doesn't matter. It sucks. So when you're going on stage and it's nothing but support and everyone's
Dude,
screaming.
this was sick. So this was when Boston walked out and did their whole intro, which was sick, by the way. If you guys go to our Instagram, because there's like a reel that I posted there of the actual walkout and stuff. But man, the crowd was awesome when these guys walked out.
It was wild to see them walk out the first time after that whole intro. Like, you could see it on their faces. They were loving it. They never
Yeah.
experienced that, like their home major and the home team advantage. It was awesome.
Yeah. And for us too, we've been talking about this since Cold War. Like since we started the podcast, we wanted a Boston team. And when we got to that major, this was just like a dream for us.
Yeah, we finally
Everything
got
was
it.
happening. Yeah.
Screaming for you. It's like you want to show out for them and don't want to disappoint them.
I'm used to walking out and just getting booed by everyone. So like just going out and like people was getting crazy loud and just supporting us is just insane.
So our matchup against FaZe, we had the third seed come in from the qualifiers, first sixth seed, and of course had to be FaZe. But we've actually played or match up very well against FaZe. We'll find that their style is very consistent, and so that kind of leads to some predictability. But once again, they're also very, very strong and do the consistent way because it works. So we have to kind of throw in a couple curveballs when versing them.
COD timing, dude. You see that?
Yeah, bro. We've all
Throw in
been there.
a couple curveballs when versing
Reload. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
bro.
me, man?
Yeah,
them.
yeah, but he wins that every other time.
Unfortunately, they were just too strong at S&D, and they were strong at S&D all weekend.
Jesus, how many rounds we got clutched on? Yeah, twice. Oh my god.
Because if we stand into A and there's a trophy that's going off in there,
We didn't know that Dill had the A cross before that.
well, he did. They got in. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Dill can't get that cross, I'd rather take extra care, throw a stun there, try to get a fucking hit him.
This was fucking A.
What's the
Is
trophy?
there an angle you can see that? Like, if I was deeper, oh my god. That's 2 rounds when Demean were like deeper and we peaked that.
Dude, yeah, this is
Did
This
he
one
say
was
this
tough.
was? Did you say this was AIDS? Is that what he said?
no, I think he said it was A.
I hope that's what he said.
Maybe
bro.
I don't know.
They say both of those. I would have been like, bro.
yeah. But yeah, this is what like the team talks about in the back, like even during majors and stuff. Like so obviously they lost a FaZe. That's a tough opening match. Like at their home major too.
Yeah.
But this is what happens. Now they're in the back, reviewing what the heck happened. They just got 6-0'd in Surge.
Yeah, this is always tough because they got to break this stuff down. It's for a match that doesn't matter. Like they're not going to play that team anymore, like for a while at least, So it's
Mhm.
like they're just looking over this stuff, and then they got to play a whole new team that maybe plays the map completely differently.
Yeah. And this was, again, tough opening match against FaZe, and now they're immediately knocked down to losers.
Yeah.
Well, first off, in winners, like our S&D was just like we weren't playing loose enough. Like we were just like sticking to our strats and like not like making play calls on the fly. So like I feel like that's what hurt us versus FaZe. Like we lost both the S&Ds in the last map. We lost 6-0. So I think they go into losers. Like we wanted to, like I brought it up. Like we want to get more loose. Like just if we're feeling something, like just go with it. Like in the match.
And when they've been so strong, I mean, someone's going to pay on the other side of it. Vivid, sitting around double negative, struggled to get it going, but they're getting pieced right now. Everything's gotten broken. There's the final second. Surge. They are on the board first. Okay, they're going to line up for Awakening. All right, and that is easy. Boston tied things up.
We all know it's coming,
But
Justin.
Chelsea can. He's
Yep.
at least taking a few. How many gunfights can he win? It'll end there. Boston breach.
Dude, I want to be back there so bad.
I know.
Imagine.
I know.
Murph,
Insane.
shout out Murph.
It is clean in control, and they go up 2-1.
We were smoking them, and then they started making a comeback and a comeback, and then Mac ended up getting streaks, and that leaded up to like getting back-to-back kills, and then at that moment we thought that we're chalked because P3 is impossible to break, like without a shriek, pretty much, essentially. So
We know that. P3 on Bagra,
Dude, forget about it.
that back statue.
Dude,
yeah,
that hill
we're-
it's everyone's kryptonite.
I know. And we're still grinding MW2. Going into season 5.
I was gonna say we're going into it.
These guys are done.
Yeah, dude. Thank God they don't have to play that map anymore. We unfortunately have to keep dealing with it.
Yeah, right.
When he streaked and he killed himself and a teammate, at that moment we thought it's possible, and we all decided to say, like, just hit the hill.
Dude, that's awesome.
That was the most insane moment. I remember, like, I can remember that like it was yesterday. Like, everyone was starting to get so nervous, and then saw that cruise missile where Mac goes and kills accuracy and himself. That
Mhm.
was, I mean, that changed the course of that game. That was
Yeah, when that
insane.
happened, oh my God. I remember just being in that crowd. All of us were so nervous up front. And when that happened, we all knew, okay, there's a very, very good chance we can win now.
Yeah.
And you could hear it in the backgrounds. Like those guys, right? They have those headphones that go over their earbuds, and I'm pretty sure they pump like white noise.
Yeah.
And so you can still hear the crowd, obviously, but the fact the crowd was that loud and you could hear it through their mics and everything, that must be an insane feeling.
Yeah, you could tell how big of a moment it was. Like, everybody knew that was the moment that changed the game.
Yeah. And for the most part, like Nero and Vivid, we haven't seen those guys talk like mad trash talk or anything.
Yeah.
Like after winning or anything. So after them winning that, I like that.
I loved seeing Vivid get up there.
Yeah.
It was like, you team killed. You team killed.
Team
That-
killed.
yeah, that was great.
10 bad bitches and they after me. One bad bitch is like a masterpiece.
Mid had the gunny Boston Breach. How do you do? Wait a minute. There it
the
is.
feed.
Boston Breach get it done 3-0 in what has been the most perfunctory pumping we have seen in Control.
Great vocab from Miles there.
A swimmer. Yep. Have some swimmers.
I'm already swimming around.
Yep. So just know who you're playing. You'll be fine.
Because just how good fucking comes on this map. Like P3, like once we notice score in the back and we're about to slip him, like make it known. Because maybe your teammate's in the mix and he's fucking got a couple of kills and he's not quite sure. Just say, hey, those two spawn it behind you. Let's go.
Yep. Boys, let's fucking have it, man. One more fucking series tonight.
First map and net short.
Yep. Let's fucking go, let's lock in.
Use the momentum, use the crowd. You're a bit deflated.
It was a fairy tale, honestly. Like the venue was perfect. Our faces were on the side of the building, right on Fenway, which was iconic. So everybody chanting our names and showing us love every time we stepped on was special. Obviously, just walking around the venue, everybody wanting to talk to us and meet us was awesome.
Trying to cover the boys. In the go.
I'm gonna pause it right here before we go into this because we know what happens here. But the venue, this was held at the MGM Music Hall in right next to Fenway. This venue is awesome. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a really good setup that they had. I remember I was really surprised, like, going in there. I mean, I think it was just recently built, wasn't it too?
Yeah.
But going into like where they were playing, it was so nice. It was like you could get a good viewing from anywhere that you sat in there.
Mhm. Yeah, and as Methods was saying, like along the side of the MGM, they had like the players' faces like on these banners, all the way down. It was really cool.
Yeah, I compare that to like when we went to the one in New York. This one
Mhm.
was way more like Boston themed. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
yeah. They
definitely,
did way
'cause-
more for the team and the players.
Yeah, the New York one was really good, but yeah, they didn't. I mean, I don't really know how they would add like the faces and all that stuff,
Right.
just based on location. But this venue is awesome. It was
yeah.
right next to Fenway, right next to all the bars, like so much good food. Just great venue, great atmosphere overall. Only thing we could have gone without was the weather, but Like it was
That
just
was-
freezing that weekend.
That's
for
what
no
that's what
reason.
made it memorable, though, bro.
Exactly. Yeah. Like we're always gonna remember the first ever Call of Duty Boston major, and we're gonna remember the weather. So
Yeah, that awful storm.
yeah. So, well, we'll get back into the sadness, and we have to.
Yeah, let's watch
relive
the
again.
inevitable, bro.
The outside, who wins another one? Nero's in. Nero's in. Is anyone there? Over the top. Oh my God! Dashi crosses him up. They stay alive. Vivid. Oh my! What are we
Jesus
seeing?
Christ.
It's
Dashy
not
just
over
went
yet.
so
Who's
huge here.
not get any more? It's 2 seconds for the win. It's the rotation. It's all down to Hook. They've done it. Unstoppable run. And they were down so bad. And now you can stake all you want, but Awakening in a seemingly impossible situation, and it is done. The comeback is complete.
Yeah, the weekend was definitely a mix of emotions. I wanted to go out on Sunday. I wanted to play on Sunday and then go out that day. And obviously my goal was to win and then go out on top.
I don't know. It was more just like closing it out. Like we had 2 maps to close it out against FaZe, against Optic. We obviously lost 3-0, but I think anyone who watched it could say like we arguably should have won 3-0. So more just a bit like just that last push.
Every time I stepped on that stage, once we were in losers bracket, it was just like, this could be my last time playing. So every time we were up there, I was going as hard as I possibly could to extend the run for as long as possible. And unfortunately, Optic ended the run. The crowd was awesome. Playing for the hometown was awesome, especially considering it was the last time. I mean, that was the best way to go out. It was bittersweet because
Nobody knew either.
Yep, nobody knew. So for people that don't know, that Anthony Method Zinni, he retired at the event, and Boston obviously they placed top 4, and that was just like the story of all of MW2, right? Like they couldn't jump into that top 3.
Right.
They were so close to making it to Sunday, and then they just slipped up. But yeah, that going back to that Optic game, dude, that hard point, the Hydro hard point, it was so close. The amount of emotions that the fans had, and like we had, we were up, we were down, we were up, we were down,
Right.
and you obviously couldn't hear the Boston crowd, but because Optic has a lot of fans everywhere, we were definitely getting booed a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit for sure.
A little bit.
That was just so tough too because, I mean, man, we've fallen victim to that in our small little ranked games where like we're fighting so hard, and then we totally like just didn't prioritize the rotation.
Yeah.
And that game was so close. I'm sure it checked them. Like that happened, they're just like, oh my God, dude.
Yeah, especially too. Like, if you look at the time, like they needed 2 seconds left, and they had enough time to break that, but they weren't thinking, I'm assuming, and they're just running in one by one. Dashy went huge, and those 2 seconds, like Optic did just enough to hold it, and they won by a second. So tough one.
it was my last time ever playing on that stage, a stage that legitimately changed who I am as a person, gave me a career, I said it on stage, it gave me confidence, gave me sense of self, purpose.
Underrated clutch.
It
right
truly
there.
did make my life something extraordinary. I made this decision knowing that Ben Beans can come in and help his team win championships. I think we could have won with me. I think they can win with him, right? I don't think it's a downgrade. I think they get a much hungrier player in the sense that I've been doing it for a very long time. And ever since he subbed in Major 1 for us when Joe got sick, just that energy that he brought, I knew at that very moment that I can't bring that anymore. As much as I would like to and lie to myself and think I can, he has untapped potential that he will tap into.
It was really, really weird mixed emotions, especially the fact that I haven't really known the guys that long either. So I'm only just starting to get to know them, get more comfortable, be yourself around and stuff like that. And Zim was obviously a really funny guy, really welcoming. We got on really well with him. So seeing him go is really sad. Obviously, also I'm happy because I've got my shot, I got my chance. So it's really bittersweet. It's really really weird emotions.
I mean, to my teammates, it's been a ride. I mean, from our first roster with TJ and Cap, and Nero's been here every step of the way. Obviously, Joe and Reese, a little newer additions, but I mean, all these guys I consider my family, my brothers. These are people I've spent a lot of highs and lows with. I mean, we've had some great wins, some really tough losses. We've had times where we're talking about changes and talking about if we can do it, if we can make it. So we ate together, we played together, we did everything together, and I'm going to miss the guys. And they know I won't be very far. I mean, I'm a phone call away. Anything they need, they know I'll be there for them. It's been very special having the opportunity to help grow something from the ground up and seeing the growth and the passion and the energy that the fans and everybody brings. I mean, it's truly humbling and heartwarming. Yeah, it's weird. Last day in the facility. I mean, this is the place I drive to every single day. We practice upstairs. I talk to the guys on the way in. They're chefing it up in the back for us. I mean, this is what I've called home for the past year and a half, 2 years. So it's once again bittersweet because I'm sad to say goodbye to everybody and see everybody for, the last time for a little bit. But at the same time, I'm happy with where I'm going. So Denz, I said it before, I'll say it again. He texted me the night after we lost, the day before I retired, saying, don't be sad it's over, be happy it happened. So I'm trying to just focus on the positives and be grateful for all of it, right? Everything shaped who I am at this very moment. So
thank you very much, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay,
Dude,
cool.
that moment right there, right?
This caught us
I
so
was
off
coming
guard.
back. I know. I was walking back with my chicken tenders, and dude, I was like, "What? What the heck is happening? Why'd Methods walk out?" And I was like, "No way!" Like in my head, I'm like, "What's happening? What is he doing?"
Bro,
He sounds all
yeah.
sad. I get to my seat, I sit down, and he's announcing his retirement. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, dude. I can't remember. I think I was getting a drink, and then I was just standing there, and he was on there with the leather jacket on, and I'm like, "Oh, he's calling it." And then he just like actually said those words. I'm like, "Oh man."
Yeah.
It was a huge shock. I really had no idea he was going to be doing this. Like, I didn't think at all that he would be even considering this.
Yeah, I don't think
There she
anybody
goes.
really expected that, especially in the middle of the major too. But
Mm-mm.
I mean, what a better way to go out like that,
Yeah, exactly.
In front of his home crowd, in front of his family too. So, but yeah, this was a very pivotal moment, I would say, for the Breach this season. Like after this major, when Methods retired, bringing in Beans, I think that changed, the entire team completely.
Oh, 100%. I think we realize now, like, we got like 20 seconds of this left. I think we realize now, like hindsight, how important he was to that team.
Mhm.
Because people always have like their opinions about certain players, and like sometimes he was really good, and then like they said, I think in the other episodes that he was like almost overperforming.
Mhm.
But it's not even his performance that he brings; it's just like the actual experience and
Mhm.
that leadership role. That's what they definitely missed throughout the
Yeah.
rest of the year, because they didn't have anybody who'd been playing for years and years like he had.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, this was a very big loss at this moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are his parents. That must be such a weird feeling.
Yeah, that's gotta be
Like
strange.
seeing that.
One of my favorite personalities of all time, a competitor from the earliest days of Call of Duty that I can remember. And it's only right to see him go out in front of his hometown crowd.
Good episode, dude.
Yeah.
Apparently, too, he improvised that whole speech, and the speech was actually pretty solid. So props to him.
He it was very good. He I know he mentioned that he had stuff written down, and he didn't say everything that he wanted.
Right, as it goes.
Yeah, but great episode though.
Really, really good episode, dude. I'm already looking forward to episode 4 here.
I know, yeah, but that major. If you guys have a chance, go to a Call of Duty major. Definitely go.
Well, dude, I mean, you think about it, like we had no idea that would be the last time that you would ever get the chance to see him play live. You know?
Yeah, and we mentioned this in another podcast. Yeah, like I think like a couple episodes ago, but we were like, I went to an NF concert, and I was like, maybe he might not perform again. This might be his last tour.
Right.
And we were mentioning that about New York major. We thought we would never see Clay play ever again.
Mhm.
And luckily we were this season
Right.
able to see him. But yeah, like Scump retired. I am so glad that we were able to see Scump play.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, all the people, unfortunately, who are going to go to their first major now, they'll never get to witness that.
Yeah, which is
crazy.
sad. Yeah,
it is sad.
But there's still a couple of older guys in the league still. Older than COD, obviously. Like Clay's still going.
So buy
you
your
don't know
tickets.
how long he's going. Yeah,
go buy your tickets so you can go see him.
Yeah, go to one if you can, and I hope next year, dude, Boston gets another major. I really, really hope so, or at least New York.
Yeah,
we need like an East Coast.
Something on the East Coast.
Yeah,
I mean,
makes
both
it
those
easier for
events,
us.
100%. I mean, they were really, really good, but I think too the passion in the fan bases, I think it's better than anywhere else. No bias, of course.
Yeah, obviously, but if there is no East Coast event, obviously we're gonna prioritize. We're going to one. I think after we went to the first New York one, we got the bug. We're like, all right, we have to go.
We have to do
year.
one a year. Yeah, one a year, no matter what.
But yeah, guys, that was episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to go look at the past couple episodes to keep up with us. Again, we're going to be reacting to episode 4 and 5 later on throughout this week. As of right now, the schedule is going to be every Tuesday and Thursday. So episode 1 is out. By the time you guys watch this, episode 2 has been out. So make sure you go check those out. Yeah, if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what we can do to be better, because obviously we're working on this. Follow us on anchor.fm/the Casuals, where we do a podcast on the side. And also follow us on all socials. We're on x.com, Instagram. We're on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks, guys. We'll see you guys in episode 4.
Take it easy.